This is the Healthy Business Podcast, the show for ambitious business owners who want to grow and scale in a healthy way. I'm Sarah Cook, and I'll be sharing with you tips, inspiration, and proven methods from leading business experts, entrepreneurs, and health and wellness professionals to help you grow your business with more income and having more impact, but in a way that works for you. Because when you have clarity and strategy, you can achieve the results you want. Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Healthy Business Podcast. This is in fact the last episode that you will be hearing for 2022. So I thought it would be useful to share with you some ways that I tend to reflect on the past year from our goals, from our success, and so we can use that to really supercharge our business going forward into the next year. And I'm going to be walking you through some steps on how you can do that. So really looking at the reflections from this past year in 2022, how we can use consumer trends to really help us move through into the next year, goal setting. Now, the importance of goal setting, as well as how you can do this from a financial perspective, a lifestyle perspective, so that you can really step into your next level of success in 2023. And I'm going to share with you actually how you can plan those pathways to success, looking at things from a mindset perspective, as well as the actual products and services and marketing and sales activities that you need to be looking at. Now, the final thing that I'm also going to be looking at today is your support systems, because it is all well and good having an amazing strategy, your mindset is there, but we cannot do everything. And in fact, you shouldn't be doing everything. So I'm going to look at how we can get you supported to really supercharge your sales, lead into the most amazing year in 2023. So you might want to grab a pen and paper for this. You might want to come back and listen to it. And that is all absolutely fine, because I want you to dream big. This year has been incredible. And if it hasn't been incredible, then it's a really great opportunity for you to reflect on that, not to move into a state of static, stuck mode. I really want you to use this as an opportunity to move forward. And if you have had an amazing year, then what is possible for you next year? Because absolutely everything is available to us, and there are opportunities everywhere and always opportunities. And I want you to remember that as well. So we are going to be looking at how to reflect on this past year, because we can't make a plan unless we know where we are right now. So I want you to spend a little bit of time really thinking about what went really well for you, what did you love, but also the stuff that didn't go so well. What did you not love? What do you wish you could have done, or maybe you weren't able to do, and why was that? And then also thinking about what you want to carry on doing, and also what you want to stop doing. Because when we run our business and when we really truly step into that role as a CEO, we get to choose how we run our business. We get to choose the things that light us up. We get to choose the people that we work with. And this year for me has been a massive period of change, but also really stepping much more into that next level, where I have had some really horrific things that have happened to me, but it's actually enabled me to learn a huge amount from creating stronger boundaries, from sacking clients that were stepping into emotional blackmail of me, and really recognizing that whatever goes on in our personal lives, whatever goes on in our business lives, is all going to feel in you. And this is really important stuff, is that we need to understand what has happened to us, what's happened to our business, and how do we want to run that going forward? Because we want to enjoy our business, we want to enjoy our lives, and anything that's not serving you anymore, you can absolutely get rid of that. And that is really what I want you to think about when we're looking at those reflections for this year. As I said, some really horrific things have happened, not just from a business perspective, but also from a personal perspective as well. Some of the things I'm not able to share, but they have not just impacted me personally, they've impacted my family as well, and my children. And I think it's really important that, as a business owner, as we step into that next level of success, we get to choose where those boundaries are. We get to choose what we share on social media. We get to choose how we put those boundaries in place that allow us to live life in the ways that we choose to do. So reflect on this year and then look at what's going on around the world. Consumer trends can play a huge part in this, is where the opportunities all lie. Because when we run our business, yes, of course, it's about ourselves, but actually the products and services that we put out there have to resonate with your audience. So we need to know what's going on with our audience. We need to know what those consumer trends are, because the state of the nation right now, whichever nation you're in, state of the world, there's a lot of stuff going on for people. And recognizing that, looking at those as opportunities can be hugely beneficial to your business, but also to your success. And it might enable you to see things in a slightly different way, to shift how you do things. Maybe there's a different way that people like to absorb your content. Maybe there is a different way that you want to run your business model. Assessing your product and service offerings. Maybe you'll decide not to do things anymore. Maybe there's a huge opportunity to start doing something. Looking at things from your brand perspective. We are our own brands. So looking at how you show up, the visibility, the content, the consistency. You don't have to be everywhere all the time. There is a very big difference between being consistent and being constant. And again, that goes back to your boundaries. It goes back to showing up in the places where your audience shows up. Social media is absolutely not the only marketing tool that we have available to us, and making sure that we are showing up in the places with the right message to the right people at the right time is marketing 101. And that is what is going to make a big difference for you. Also thinking about your budget. Where are you investing? Where are you choosing to invest in? Plugging the leaks of things that, from an energetic perspective, from a financial perspective, making sure that you are investing your time, your energy, and your money in the right places to take your business, but also to your life to that next level. If you're currently sitting around 5K months and you're wanting to get to the 10K months, you need to do things differently. And that might involve looking at, investing in someone to help you with that, that's been on that path before you. It might be that you need to change how you optimize your products and services, your business model. Something might not be allowing you to step into that next level. Quite often it comes down to mindset as well. So it's really important that we have that mirror reflection to ourselves as well. But also thinking about the support, the resources that you need, the lifestyle choices, not just what you are choosing to do, but also what do you need to do. I've had a huge amount of health sort of challenges that have come up for me this year, and I've become really curious about things. It's enabled me to find out a huge amount about myself and the shifts that I need to make going forward into this next year around my health. And it's really, for me, it's really exciting. Some of them were a surprise, but it's given me a huge amount of clarity to then enable me to decide how I'm going to do things next year. So I'd really encourage you to do something similar, because when it comes down to running our business, it's not just about the financial perspective. It's about the time. It's about the lifestyle that we want. And you know that I'm a big believer in not talking about work-life balance, because it is all life, but you need to have a business that supports you to do that. And this is why I really encourage you to think about your lifestyle goals, your personal goals, as well as your business and financial goals when you're starting to set them going into next year. Because as I said earlier, you can't make a plan unless you know where you are now. So that's obviously reflecting back on what we've just been talking about for this last year. But we need to know where we're heading for next year. So that's where your goals come in. What do you want to achieve? Getting clear on that, then you can build a strategy. That's when you are going to have the achievements. That's when you're really going to get the results that you're looking for. So if you are wondering how on earth you can kind of delve into what your goals should be, there is an amazing success visualization on my website. So if you head across to sarahcookcoaching.com/healthy business, you will find a free download for my success visualization. And I would love for you to spend, it's not very long, but I would love for you to spend into that, because when people have listened to it, they have seen some huge shifts in really stepping into that next level of success, knowing that everything is available to you. And it might get emotional, but actually that's a really good thing, because when we attach emotion to something, we attach meaning to it. And that then becomes something that you want to take intentional action for as well. And when you're thinking about those goals, once you've done that success visualization, then I want you to think about things from a lifestyle perspective, a time perspective, as well as from a financial and money perspective as well, breaking them down into those 3 different areas. That's the really important stuff that allows us to create, but also start planning for that highest vision possible for ourselves and for our lives. Because what we write down, what we start believing in, that's when we start taking action. And you absolutely can do this. So really delving into that as well allows you to, once you've got those goals in place, you can then start planning your pathways to success. And we all know that a goal stays a goal until you take action. Similarly, a dream or a wish, it stays as a dream or a wish until we decide to actually make it real and start taking action for it. So I see so many people that do vision boards, that set their goals at the beginning of every year, and they get to the end of the year and go, I didn't actually hit any of those. And this is where the magic comes in, because you have to take intentional action. It's all well and good having goals. It's all well and good having a vision board, but you need to look at it. You need to check in with it, and not just at the end of the year. I want you to have those check-ins every quarter, every month, because then you can make little tweaks as you go on through the year. And you might think, okay, it's January, I've got blank canvas, I've got all these things that are available to me. And yes, you absolutely have. But when we really truly plan for success, we also plan those checkpoints in during the year to make sure that we can course correct. And of course, things can change. And that's really exciting when you're running your own business. But you need to step into that level of making those intentional changes as well. So when we're really planning for success, now this comes down to the fact that there are so many different ways for you to achieve your goals, and recognizing that becomes exciting as well, because it takes us into this growth mindset and looks at all of the opportunities that could be available for us. So a great way to do this is think about individual goals that you have and brainstorm a few different ways that you could achieve them. And it might be that you are thinking about mindset here. It might be that you need to change some healthy habits. It might be to do with your marketing and sales activities. It might be a new product. It might be a new service that you want to offer. But there are always so many different ways to reach the destination. And I think recognizing that and getting excited by it allows you to create those different opportunities at this stage of the year. So thinking about what you want to achieve next year, do you want to increase your financial goals? Do you want to, change how you do your business? Do you want to add in new income streams? What does that look like for you? Maybe there's a real health goal that you want to have in there. Thinking about your business model allows you to map things out for the year ahead, and bringing that to life through a vision board. And quite often when I'm doing my own vision board, and I've already got mine for next year, is that I always look at the things across the wheel of life. Now, this might include things from a health perspective. It might include things from a holiday perspective, personal growth, finance, really looking at my social life, my friends, my family. It's so important that this is a huge part of how you set things out, because that is what you're going to step into. You can then create your boundaries, then you can look at the support systems that you might need, because we're not amazing at everything. We don't have a zone of genius in every single zone. Otherwise, we would be a genius, right? So thinking about what your area of zone of genius is, then looking at how you could get support for the other things. If you spotted the most amazing pathway to success, but you don't know how to do that, get support on it. If, for example, you've got a health goal that is to, lose some weight or, have more energy, and you don't know how to do that, then lean into the support that is around you. Get an expert's opinion, get some support around that. Similarly, from a business perspective, if you have a goal that is to optimize your processes and you have no idea where to start, or tech isn't your zone of genius, then get some support on that. It doesn't have to be a financial investment. It could just be having a conversation with someone, speaking to somebody that is that zone of genius. It could be something from a home perspective that you realize that you need to have more time. Could you get some domestic help, e.g. a cleaner, or, some meal preparation? There's loads of places like Gusto or HelloFresh, even if it's just once a week or once a month. When you know you're busy, you need to plan for that. You need to take accountability for your own success, because that is when the magic is going to happen. So thinking about all of those things, I would love for you to download the success visualization that is on my website that I mentioned earlier. So that is sarahcookcoaching.com/healthy business. I also have the most amazing offer for you with my Healthy to Wealthy Business Accelerator Programme. That is currently £1,500 off the normal price of it, because it's a self-study version this round. And previously I've run it as a live support, but I recognize that people are so busy. So if you're using this time between Christmas and New Year, then grab onto that promotion right now. It will help you map everything out. There are loads of modules in there. There's 10 modules in there that will help guide you from real goal setting, getting into that under the skin of your business, looking at opportunities from a financial perspective, building a future-proof business model, looking at what your next big idea could be, really understanding your ideal client, but most importantly, taking all of that into creating epic marketing content and sales strategies that will allow you to sell your products and services in a way that feels aligned to you. And then looking at how you can launch that into the wider world. All of that is included in the Accelerator Programme, and people have had incredible results, turning their business from 2 to 3K months into 10K, 12K months consistently. And that is really what I would love for you to believe in, that all of this is possible. So if you want to grab my Accelerator Programme, then head across to my website or DM me a message on my Instagram at Sarah Cook Coaching with the word Accelerator. Now, if you want to go straight ahead and grab that promotion from my website, then sarahcookcoaching.com/work with me. That is where you will find all the details for the Accelerator Programme, and you can grab that. That offer is finishing by the 31st of December. So make sure that you grab that right now so that you really can get everything that you need. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, really delving into how you can reflect on this year, but also looking forward into how to create the most incredible year ahead for you. And I 100% believe that you can step into that next level of success the moment that you decide to, the moment that you get clear on your goals, the moment that you build that strategy, the moment that you have the energetics and the mindset to support that. That is when you are going to get the results that you're looking for. So I hope you've had the most amazing Christmas, and I look forward to continuing working with you over the next year, and I will see you very soon on the next episode. Thanks for listening to the Healthy Business Podcast. To get your free checklist with 1-minute hacks to accelerate your business and find out more about our community, head to my website, sarahcookmarketing.com/healthy business.